Hey, chill out. Leave people alone, man. You can't be scaring people, dude. Hey, chill out. Come here, Scrap. Yeah, y'all good. Y'all good, man. Look, no deals are going to be good. No deals are going to be good. Oh, man. Hey, what's going on, Tanya? Not bad, not bad. Sorry. Hey, Bukes, yeah. Sorry, your phone is acting. Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I think it's because I had told that story, man. That I had told the story about. Well, it wasn't really a story. It was just like, we were speaking on technology, and I said like, you know, when I don't have my cell phone, I be detoxing. I don't know if it's because of that, but it's crazy. Like right after I said that shit, like they zapped my fucking battery out. I'm on a This is like I had to go get a different. I had to go get a different phone holder and shit with a like a wireless charger one to just set my phone in and keep it in there. Yeah, it's constant. Yeah, it's constant. Well, it's on wireless charger now because it's to the point now that the cords that I don't know if the cords are just not powerful enough to charge or it's like burning them out somehow because like the cords are like no good. And I've been through like I got like three fast charging cords like real nice like thick cables and shit, and like my the phone is still only went to like 10%. And then if I fucking if I was like on the internet or using my phone like the while it was plugged in like the power would drop. So that definitely did something. I got insurance on it, and they said, they say since it's a battery default, that I'm not gonna have to pay to get a. Well, I have to pay like $5. I have to pay $5 fee or some shit like that, but I won't have to pay the whole 150 for you know the insurance and shit. The what is it, deductible? So that's a good thing, but I have to wait to this. I think the dude said the 17th because they're like a backdrop of them. So I gotta wait to the 17th to get it. Um. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, Awakened World. Yeah, I gotta try, man. Gotta try. The fucking obstacle course is fucking. Oh man, it's one else. I used to watch this Chinese. Like when I was locked up, like way out, like out in like where they only got like two channels and shit. I used to watch this Chinese. It was like a Chinese game show, but they were like on an obstacle course, and they all like, like they used to have to jump on fucking, these things over water that were like turning wheels and shit, and they had to like run across them and jump to the other one, just all types of weird obstacles and shit. I be thinking like, damn, that's what this gang stalking shit is like, just obstacle after fucking obstacle. That shit used to be funny though. They'd be following the wheels and shit that they would jump on and shit, like they were padded, like really padded and shit. They'd be falling on their face and dropping onto the water. Excuse me, that's legitimate. They'd be falling on their face, dropping in the water, and all types of shit. That's part of this program. Wait. That's part of this program. Sorry to hear his name. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's to be expected. It's to be expected. I had a home invasion. Oh, they damaged your lap. Damn, man. That's fucked up how they keep fucking with you. Awaken. What's up, Nappy? Aside, a lot of people don't believe in being gangsta. Yeah, it is. It is. I guess if we weren't living in that world, it would be hard for us to believe. Like that's why, like I can give people, like they can, I don't mind people not believing it. It's just the bullshit they spit after, you know. It's one thing not to believe it, and it's another thing to fucking not know what the fuck you're talking about and tell somebody that they're going crazy and shit. But it's definitely some unbelievable shit until you get into that world. Once you get in that world, once you're locked in this shit like we are, like we see it and we know what's coming and shit. So the irritating part is just fucking trying to explain it to people. You try and explain that shit to people and they fucking look at you like you're talking in Chinese. And then they got a bunch of fucking, questions, insinuation questions, I call it. Their little insinuated questioning. What makes you think those? What makes you think those people? What makes you think those people are following you? What makes you so important? You're not a whistleblower. You're smoking too much weed. Are you on drugs? And most of that shit be gaslight anyways. What time is it in your area? What time USA your area? Nappy. It is, what time is it? 7:47. Yeah, it's to get very hot here. Later, got woke up. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about the awakening. I know that has to be a bitch. Yeah, it's cool right now in Sacramento. Right now, it's still probably hot as fuck right now. Blazing hot right now. 7:47. I remember it didn't get like the sun didn't go down until like 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, it's damn near going on 8 right now, but it was just hella hot out there. 12:47 lunchtime, Friday, Australia. Ah, shit. That's crazy. It's crazy halfway around the world. Your lunchtime is California's bedtime. Well, I won't say bedtime, but pretty close to bedtime. Yeah, that'll be a good video right there, Jessica. Sometimes I be thinking the people who can't see it are the sick ones. Like maybe they're sick. Maybe they're the ones that can't see. Need the hospital. Hospital. Okay. Yes. Everybody's across the world. Canada, Australia, New York, Washington, all over. Yeah, definitely. And crazy people don't know what they're talking about, man. Crazy people can't tell you, oh, they're using do weapons on me and shit. Like, how would a crazy person even know what the fuck a do weapon was? Like, I think it's only few of us, only few people well, I won't say only few, but I'll just use me for example. Look at the one headlighter. I'll just use me for example. Um, Damn, another one. Back to one's just shinier than the other. Still. I just lost my. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Some people can describe this like there's people that can describe this program to like perfection. Like they can tell you where the weapons came from, where they were established, when. Fucking, they can refer you to instances where they were used on different fucking occasions. Like some people just know the fucking shit, and when they put it out there, it's you know they can articulate that shit to perfection. Me, like and I think that's the way the program is geared to. It confuses us. For me, for example, um, when I first started video and shit, like I think you have to pick and choose what you video because they throw a lot of bullshit out there, smoke and mirror shit that don't really matter, like the rubbing their hair and all that shit. Like that's all minute shit compared to the following you around with one head, like psychological bullshit. Like if you, it's all important, but what I mean by what I said is like you can better prove, you can better prove a motherfucker that's doing some type of vehicular harassment. If they're reciting the same type of street, that if they're doing repetitive, repetitive. I think I'm saying it right. If they're doing repetitive shit, and you can fucking, you can fucking get a lock on that shit. For instance, saying certain trigger words, or fucking following you around with one headlight. Like you can better prove that to a jury or anybody. You can better prove it than you can saying, oh, this person touched their hair. Or even for like me, the booty bandits that stand up on their bikes and shit. Like some, that's I used to do that as a fucking kid, but they just do it. They do it the way they do it. It lets me know, like, hey, this is this is directed at you, because they fucking, they do the little poke out and glide, I guess, if you will. And a normal person, well, I don't even know anymore, but a normal person used to be a normal person would just, stand up on their bike. And I only remember doing that as a kid. I don't remember fucking, having no mountain bike or no bullshit like that and fucking just standing up and gliding. Though people might do it, people might do it, but I know I don't remember doing that shit at no 16, 17, none of that shit. As a kid, on like little BMX bike, the little tiny bikes. Hell yeah. These motherfuckers, they do it so much, but I can't prove that to no fucking jury, man. Like I can't fucking say this person is fucking riding his bike, standing up with his butt sticking out at me, and it's directed at me. You know, because people are gonna say, like, what makes you think this is directed at you? You know, what makes you think? But a repetitive of them fucking following me around with one headlight, or a repetitive of them walking by me with their pants down, like that's sexual harassment. If they get charged on just that charge alone, then I have to fucking, you know, walking down the street with your pants down. If you get caught pissing in public, if the cop wants to be an asshole, you know, that might fuck, or the judge, another one headlight, or the judge wants to be an asshole, like, he can make you register as a sex offender. You know, if you get caught pissing in public, you get fucking indecent exposure, but you have to register as a sex offender. And after you have to register, it doesn't matter. Like, once people see your face on that registry, you know, most people don't even read what the fucking shit is. Like, they just want, you know, they want to see the face. All that other shit don't matter. You're a sex offender. That's all they need to know. You know, most people don't read what your charges are. Or, I won't say most people, but a lot of people don't read what your charges are. And your charges be right next to your mugshot. And a lot of people, well, most people aren't going to stop you and say, hey, what are you on the registry for? Like, what are you fucking, why are you on the sex offenders list? They're going to just go on with their own fucking, you know, they're going to go on with what they fucking, oh, here we got a pretender right here, pretending to be drunk. They're going to go on with their own thesis, though. This guy's a funny. He's a funny. Look at this one. Look at this one. Bird watching, bird watching, bird watching. Pretending to be drunk, had to stop, get on his phone, wobble a little bit in his tight ass pants with fucking slashes in them, like fucking. I won't say girls, so I seen dudes with not that many slashes, though. That's a lot of slashes. Oh, he did the bend over on me. He did the bend over booty cock. That's when they act, when they, you know. I got names for that shit. That's when they fucking get on the ground and lean their hand like they catch their fucking, you know, they're landing on one hand while they cock their butt up at you. And these people are fucking hilarious, man. See that shit? I wouldn't be able to prove that shit in court. They look at me crazy, man. They look at me crazy as shit. This goofball has a 24-ounce can of water in a Four Loco, in a Four Loco can, pretending to be drunk. Not really a good actor. His acting skills are off, but hey, most of them are. Most of their acting skills are off. I don't even think they could be crisis actors. Hey, what's going on, baby? Yeah, that is strange, ain't it, man? I don't ever remember the sun going down this late. Not even in the recent years. Not even in the recent years, man. And in Sacramento right now, the sun would still be blazing. Well, it'd be going down right now, but it'll be fucking, you'd be able to see. Like it would be lighter than it is out here. And it still be hot. It's cooling down right now. So this guy is probably gonna be up to some funny shit. He's probably watching this. I wanna doubt he's watching this. I know why people. Wait, hold on. I know why people think like that. I have a great way of explaining things while you slideshows, images, paint, AC. Yeah, that's for me too. Like it's easier for me. Well, I don't know if you're saying the same thing, but for me, like it's easier for me to, point shit out. Like I can point it out. I suppose if I wrote it down, I can't do that though. Like my mind doesn't, you know. But I can point that shit out. But this, like, if somebody told me to break down gang stalking, like, I would have a hell of a time. Excuse me, it's legitimate. I would have a hell of a time, man. I'd be stumbling over my words. I'd be fucking, like, getting confused in my brain because, I'd be trying to figure out ways to fucking tell people and, oh, man. And I think they're fucking, I think their reaction or their fucking response to it as well makes it a little bit harder. Like when you're trying to explain to people and they're looking at you like, what the fuck? This dude is crazy, man. Like that, I think that has something to do with it too. But, you know. I remember people used to ask me all the time, man, what is that shit, man? What is gangs talking? Like, I'd be telling people, like, I'm targeted, all types of shit. What is that? And I know a lot of it was gaslighting, but some people were legitly, like, didn't know what I was talking about. And you could tell the ones that fucking do know what you're talking about when they gaslight you and shit, because they be saying shit like, mm-hmm, whoa. Are you serious? Like, they gaslight the shit out of you. A regular person is just kind of fucking like, what the fuck? Hmm. Like, everybody has a fucking script. Everybody has a script. You can't be everybody. Everybody has to work off the script. Even the police, like when they pull you over, like they say the same. Every fucking police officer says the same fucking thing. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? How's it going? You know why I pulled you over? What's up, Nappy? Hey, what's going on, D? Right? Likewise, bro. Charging. What's up? happy we know what is happening to us around the world. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Repetitive. You got it. Oh, okay. Appreciate that judgment. We all know what's happening and their tactics. It's hard to articulate it to someone else without looking crazy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, this shit is like, well, not like, this shit is psychological warfare at a very high level. At a very fucking high level. Just imagine, like, you know, you, well, some of us do. Some of us do. But, you know, when you think about, like, you know, and I've only been going through it, I shouldn't say only, but, you know, it's short amount of time compared to others. Like, 7 years, like, you feel me? Just think, like, how much wear, fucking tear this fucking program has put on me. Maybe how many fucking extra fucking wrinkles or some shit. Like, this program is gonna cause some fucking, in the future, maybe even the near future, like, you know, I will be fucked up. Even right now, I'm fucked up. I can't. I'm fucked up right now, shit. But not. You know, I'm not like fucked up like that. Like, but who knows? Like in the future, like it's easy to say like I can handle this and I'm gonna be strong and all that shit. But who knows? 10, 15 years from now, like if it get so bad, like I bust a fucking gasket and blow a gasket and fucking be talking to myself and shit. Fucking, you know, I got 5 friends, invisible friends around me and just talking. Like, maybe it'll be a better place because I'll be in my own little world and shit, but like, damn, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be walking down the street all fucking dirty and fucking shit on my pants talking to myself and none of that shit. It's a lot of people out there doing that right now. And the shit they were doing to people back then, like in their when they were doing it, like the people I see are a lot older. Like most of the people that I see talking to themselves, like they be old. Well, I don't want to say old like that, but they be like in their 60s and 70s and shit. And you know, and that's not taking a shot at anybody up there, but I'm just saying, like, it be, and those were probably like the days they were doing those fucking, those LSD tests and fucking sewing their eyeballs open and sewing them shut and giving them LSD and not feeding them and throwing them in tanks and shit for fucking weeks and seeing what they do and like maybe those are some survivors from there and shit like fucking into their what is it their split personality. And these people just ride around in their Lexuses and Jeeps and fucking just smiles on their faces after fucking up so many lives. Fucking up lives. Life after life after life. Look at this goofball. Look at this dumb right here. He could be fishing. He could be hanging with his kids. He could be doing anything in the world right now. But he's sitting right there pretending to be drunk. He's keeping an eye on me, pretending to be drunk. You know, trying to fuck up my life. You know, going out his way to do. Going out his what? Look at. And then we got his buddy over there in the background. We got his buddy over there keeping point. This shit's all fucked up. We got the heller just walked by and told him something. Goofball in the yellow shirt. Look at how everything happens like all at once. Handler walks by, dude drives by on the bike. This goofball gets up and starts walking again, acting like he's drunk. Funny clown. Fucking clown. Lord. Lord, man. Everything simultaneous. When shit happens like that simultaneous, unless it's like school or like you're around the school or something, but like if you're in a road, like an area like this and shit, and somebody sitting down, somebody across, like when they cross paths like that all at once, man, that shit doesn't happen. It does not happen. We all know what's happening in their tactics. It's hard to articulate it to someone. Yeah. Mark 14:65, King James Version. Some began to spit on him and cover his face. Remember a couple months ago, stories about people spitting all over the world. Now we got the mask face covering. Yeah, man. It's really, man. When you think about it, the pandemic, the pandemic and the George Floyd shit like almost go together. If you think about it, the slogan "I can't breathe," and I'm not laughing. If George Floyd is really dead, then it's not funny. But I don't even think he's dead. I think that shit was a show. But the slogan "I can't breathe," and then now you gotta walk around with this hot ass mask over your fucking nose and shit, and you really can't breathe. Like, and then you see people fucking holding up the "I can't breathe" signs with fucking the masks. The masks over their face and their fucking "I can't breathe" sign, and be like, these people are fucking making, like, they gotta be fucking like, sitting around that round table just like, look at these stupid motherfuckers, man. We got them, and then like they're planning for the next bullshit right now for us. Like, that shit might not come for like another 4 or 5 years, but it's on its way. And they gauging it all off our reaction to this. But I think once they did that, what was that? Oh man, this was hella long ago too. I think it was the 2K. What was the 2K? 2K something with all the electricity and everything. Y2K. I think was it Y2K? I think it was Y2K or some shit like that. But what did they tell us? They told us some shit like the fucking computers. It was something with the computers. I think like all the lights and everything was gonna shut down and shit, and everybody fucking like that shit was crazy. Everybody, I was young too. Everybody was in the store. Like that's all you seen on the news and shit. People fucking buying rope and buying buying hella rope, buying water, buying hella survival shit, buying tents and fucking just buying up other shit. And nothing ever happened. Like people blew their whole fucking bank. Like I bet you people lost their houses off that shit. Like people, people spent everything in the bank account. Crazy. They thought the banks was gonna shut down. They was like, fuck that. We finna spend everything. And I'm pretty sure in their head, like logically, they probably weren't thinking. They were probably like, well, if it if it doesn't, if the light, like I don't know what they were thinking, but they had to been. And I was young too. Like I didn't know about fake news or none of that shit, so I believed that shit too. I believe that shit. I believed a lot of shit they fucking put on us. But yeah, man, the plan must continue. They must keep the shit going. So you see how crazy that made us act during the you see how crazy that made a lot of people act during this fucking pandemic, just off what the fuck they said on the news. So just prepare yourselves for the next one. Please prepare yourselves and don't like, cause you never know when they fucking like. It might be all jokes and bullshit. It might be all jokes and bullshit, but you never know whether they're gonna keep that shit going. Like even now, like I be going to even the liquor stores now. Like they're letting everything run out. They're letting the fucking blunts run. They're letting fucking blunts run out. They're not reordering nothing. Like everything is fucking like they're not reordering shit. So like not to get everything all at once or nothing, but at least grab some, even if it's only one item, like one pack of beans or one bag of rice or what and just stack that shit up somewhere. That way, like when the shit do happen, you already you can lock your doors, fucking load up your guns, and fucking you know do whatever you do. Nappy, what is normal ever again? I can't think of anything, Tanya. I can't think of anything. Everything's out of whack. They're killing all the fucking nature. Trees. You know it's bad when motherfuckers get rid of trees and shit. The shit that helps us breathe, like, trees are literally our fucking, our lifeline. They're just burning trees down. Like, I remember when I was growing up, like, the fucking You know, the name of the game was to fucking plant trees, plant trees, plant trees, plant trees on the highway. I think they even had some shit like adopt a tree or some shit like the highway. Like you can adopt a tree and just go buy a tree and plant it. Now they're fucking just burning trees down, tearing them down, zapping them with fucking satellites and whole forests and shit, jungles and shit. I think that's for a reason too, though. I think all them forests and shit being burned down and shit, like that's the fucking clear. Like when shit do happen, like so people don't be think, they don't run through the fucking forest and pretty soon all that shit's it's gonna be clear. Like what back in the day, they used to do that shit like when people used to sell drugs and shit. Like they do it like in the shadow. Like see how those trees are. Well, I'm not saying everybody did it like that, but like when we were coming up, like we fucking be like in the cuts, like around a lot of bushes and trees and shit. So they wouldn't get a good eye on us and shit. And what they do, they fucking come and fucking tear all that fucking shit down and leave the hole. Like it'd be, yeah, that shit would be completely visible. Mm, I think